Hey everybody, so believe it or not, it's another anniversary. It is the 30-year anniversary of the very first feature-length fully computer animated film, Toy Story.
Pixar.
Pixar, Disney Pixar. Yeah, I mean, just a groundbreaking film. Kind of laid the foundation for better or for worse of most of modern animation.
Yes. Made a huge franchise out of Pixar. It made a huge franchise out of Toy Story. Also, I guess we're not going to introduce ourselves.
They know who we are.
But also, this is the third Disney movie that we've covered this year, which is the 30th anniversary from 1995. Check out our videos on Heavyweights and a Goofy movie.
It's a good year.
Yes, it was. Went to well, no, I didn't see Heavyweights in theater, but I did see Toy Story in theaters.
Yes, as did I. I saw Toy Story in theaters. That's definitely a millennial memory of mine. You watched it very recently. I've seen it
for the first time in a while. I think the last time I had watched it was, I think they did they do a marathon, or maybe I threw on the Blu-ray after 3 came out.
It's been like 15 years then for you.
3
came out in 2010.
Maybe it was a little after, but yeah, it's been a while. But I had seen it so many times up until then.
Yeah, I've seen it a number of times. I mean, it holds up for me every time. But I thought it'd be cool today, rather than kind of do the usual thing, is just what are some like weird things you observe, like odd observations in Toy Story? We know how great it is. Like,
yeah, we know the story, Buzz, Woody, the whole nine. It's
yeah,
it's another one of those things. We're not gonna do crunch plot here,
But what are some things as an adult, kind of looking back at it now? Do you think what stood out to you?
I like little animation Easter eggs.
Yeah.
One that you pointed out that I didn't notice, but there's little stuff like if you remember the sequence where Woody's trapped under the little crate and there's the toolbox on top and Buzz has to get it off top. It's
Binford
from Home Improvement. So there you go. There's a nod to Tim. I didn't realize it, but I'm unintentionally dressed like Sid. He literally dressed like me. He even wears Chucks, Converse All-Stars. But did you know the text on his, they're not All-Stars, they're All Rights.
Oh, is that what it says?
That's what it says, yes. And the one gas station where Woody and Buzz get left behind, it's called Dino Co. So I'm like, haha, fossil fuel. It's little stuff like that I just pick up on.
Which Buzz mentions in the movie, too.
Yes. Also, something I forget, the Buzz and Woody are on the RC car trying to get back into the moving van, or at least back to Woody. They cause an auto wreck.
They do.
With the dog.
Right.
They legitimately cause an auto wreck.
Yeah. At this point, they're planning Toy Story 5. I think it's supposed to come out next year.
Why?
And that's the whole thing. With as much like we have now with cameras everywhere, I feel like you couldn't explain. I feel like back in the 90s, you could explain them not being seen by anybody causing a car wreck. But now I think that being possible. There's surveillance everywhere.
So I should have done some more deep diving on this, but I just have to assume that for Lasseter and company and all the people, you look back and you forget all the names that are attached to this. Steve Jobs, Joss Whedon. But anyway, I watched a special last year. It was a TV special because I was, you know me, whose company do I love? We talked about this last time when I filmed Ninja Turtles.
Jim Henson.
Yes. There's a Jim Henson special called The Christmas Toy from the 80s. The plot is very similar to Toy Story.
Yeah.
So, but it's Christmas time. And they're all hanging out because they're all together. They've been the kids' Christmas toy.
They're all toys.
But they have to freeze up in front of humans. If they get caught by a human while they're being in their toyetic mode, they'll freeze up and stay still for the rest of their life. It's essentially death for them. But they're all also worried and getting jealous because of the new Christmas toy is going to phase them out like Buzz does.
That's an eerie movie. I remember seeing that.
The Christmas toy?
And because I remember is there an elephant one? Is there an elephant toy in there? I don't remember, but I know
it's like the dolly. There's the main one is a plush tiger, and he makes friends with a catnip toy that's a little mouse.
Well, I remember that, and again, I saw this once, and it kind of creeped me.
You should watch it again.
Maybe we should watch it again. But I remember the one character, the one stuffed animal was jealous, and so he started putting himself into a Christmas package for the kid to open the next day.
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna get caught because then they're gonna know that you did something.
Right.
And I don't know. It was eerie as a kid.
And I don't think they deliberately make him a jerk to start, and it happens with his jealousy. But like, we understand his place in Andy's life, but we don't get the best introduction of Woody.
Well, originally, I don't know if you've done any deep dives on this, but originally Woody was supposed to be more of a bad guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you can actually even see some of the early animations on YouTube, and they had Tom Hanks do some of the lines. But originally, he's much more of a villain. Like, he's very abusive towards the other toys.
Like ordering them around?
Yeah, ordering them around, and he's just meant to be, he's meant to be bad guy. Yeah. And so they toned him down. Like, I think they still keep a little bit of his jerkiness. They definitely humanize him a lot more. Like, they made him the protagonist. But it's just really interesting to go back and look at those animations and even hear Tom Hanks' voice, like, being a dick to, like, Slinky Dog. So check that out. It's on YouTube, but it's really interesting.
I was telling you about something that you apparently didn't remember, because I think these were licensed before, like, they really had shelves, because this is a brilliant strategy from Disney at the time. Not only is it a very good Disney movie, but it also warrants itself to toys.
Yeah.
And I tell you right then, after the movie came out, Mr. Potato Head, I swear, got a surge again. Because I got one for Christmas the following year, and I think my sister got a Mrs. Potato Head.
Mrs. Potato Head.
Yes.
Potato Head.
Don Rickles, baby.
Yeah. I know we had a talking Woody and a talking Buzz that were pretty close to, like, the movie, like, size.
Well, I was telling you about the Burger King toys. You didn't know what I was talking about.
I don't remember the Burger King toys.
They were really good. They were much better than any of the other kids' toys. They looked like they were in good scale. I had a Woody from there, and I think Ham too. We got to find some photos. I'll show them to you later. But they were, mwah. I think they were a little bit pricier, though. Like, you get a value meal, I think they were at least like $10. But they were excellent. And I'll tell you what, these characters have endured too, because, you know, we're not going to go super in depth with the sequels, but not just Buzz and Woody. You know, a lot of the smaller characters, Ham, Potato Head, Rex, we care about all.
We do, and I would say some of that, and without getting into the sequel talk, and especially, like, you know, post Toy Story 3, that's no reason. In so many words, they kind of run out of stuff to do with Buzz, like. And
I liked his Spanish mode in 3. That was kind of funny.
Yeah. There's it was kind of, I mean, in 4 they really run out of things to do with him. Like but anyway, that's another video. But I mean, the characters are iconic. They still hold up. I mean, clearly they're one of Disney's most valued properties, and that they keep making sequels, and then for a while they were doing short films and everything, and. You know, I'm of the opinion maybe they should have stayed just doing the short films after 3. You know, I thought,
or maybe like little specials, like even like when you went. Well, I don't remember the year it came out, but it was probably late '90s, early 2000s. Probably after Toy Story 2, when they had the Buzz Lightyear Star Command animated series, stuff like that.
Yeah, well, they had a number of like really good specials. They had like a Halloween special, and I suppose some kind of holiday special. Like 30-minute movies that they would put up on ABC, and they brought back the original cast and everything. And
did you see my eyebrows perk up when I heard Halloween special?
Yeah, have you seen?
No, I've not.
Those are pretty good, and they don't take away from the movies. It's just like, oh, well, they went on what's the girl's name that they give the toys to?
Bonnie?
Yeah, Bonnie takes the toys here, and then this crazy thing happens, something like that. So it's like enough. I don't know. Toy Story 4, I felt.
I'll take your word for it, because 3 was perfect. 3 was perfect.
You haven't seen Toy Story 4, but they undo a couple things from Toy Story 3.
That's a cardinal sin right there.
But hey, maybe number 5 they'll get it then.
Something that you and I were talking about too, and obviously the animation has gotten better. But I'm glad that they focused on the toys, obviously, because it's their story. The toys look better than the humans do in this movie.
And I think that's why they did Toy Story. I think because it was easier to animate them and kind of get away with kind of this inhuman look versus the people. Some of the people do look, I mean, they do look a little creepy.
Sid intentionally so.
You don't see much of them. There's not a whole lot of people in this, but something that you didn't notice is that in Andy's birthday party, when his friends come in, we see one shot of kind of like all the kids kind of like come into the foyer.
Yeah.
They're all Andy with different hair colors and shirt colors.
I know Andy's significance when it comes to the toys, and we're always getting reminded of that. But it feels like we spend way more time with Sid than we do Andy. I mean, you need a good antagonist.
You need a good villain. Yeah, I think it was always more about what Andy represented, and I think in many ways Andy represents the audience.
Yeah.
You know, like, because we all have been Andy, and especially when we get to 3.
Don't even, oh my God.
We're you know, Andy's moving on. Like, we all cried at the end of that because we were all Andy.
I held it together. I'm a grown man, damn it.
Yep. So, what else did you notice in the movie as an adult that was kind of weird?
Well, it's there for you to understand as a kid where Woody is trying to get through to Buzz. But I feel like now, with being older, Buzz is like existential crisis is way more sad than I remember.
Well, I think because we've had existential crises as adults. At least I have.
Buzz folds up the flap, by the way, and it takes him that long to realize it says made in Taiwan, even though he's opened it up so many times. I'm like, come on now.
Well, he wasn't looking closely at it.
I guess.
No, I mean, that's a whole great arc for him. Again, I say this with everything we talk about here. It always comes back to the great writing.
Yes.
And I would argue that the first 3 Toy Story films just have outstanding writing. And I feel like that's...
2 is fine.
That's why...
You like 2 a lot. 2 is fine. 2 is fine.
I think 2 is really good. But I think that's where 4 kind of falters. Is I think it's a problem in the writing, I think, initially.
You mean they didn't know when to stop?
Yeah.
Disney.
But I don't know. Every time I criticize a movie on one of these things, somebody in my comments works for the company and yells at me.
No. What's important, though, is that I'm glad even now, like 30 years later, this movie still transcends. Because, I got a 10-year-old niece, and I was talking about Toy Story to my parents the other day, and my niece just proceeded to just plot crunch the entire movie. Because I guess my mom's like, oh, I don't think I've seen Toy Story all the way through. And then she just, boom, bullet point. Yeah. The entire plot summary of Toy Story. And she actually confused 2 and 3, but that's okay.
It's timeless.
It is.
It's a timeless story.
It gives you warm feelings inside. I walked away, I was like, yeah, and this is a good movie. It's been a long time, and I take way too much time in between not to watch it. And maybe a day where I have enough time where I'm not really doing anything. I should just do the trilogy.
And it's kind of one of your... It's a buddy comedy, but for kids.
Yeah, and that's a good dynamic between Woody and Buzz.
No, have there been many of those? I mean, I can't think of...
For kids?
Kids?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah, but I think this even more so for kids. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that was kind of like a mixed audience.
Man.
I think that's why it has such generational appeal, is because, again, it comes down to the writing, comes down to the casting.
Yes, great cast.
And I think, the cherry on top is just, the animation still holds up really well.
Yeah. I mean, they got better with animated...
They
got better with animated humans.
They did, but even still, the animation is still really good from back then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For 95, they hadn't done anything like this.
Yeah.
And I don't even think the budget was... Because by the time we get to 3, the budget for that is $200 million. And I think it's only like 30, 40 for this. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's significantly less. Then again, it might also be paying actors. Marketing, all that stuff. But yeah, great trip down memory lane. I gotta watch the trilogy again. Because when you're that invested to where we even talked about it, like I'm holding in, I'm like, the end of 3, I'm like, that could still get me choked up to this day. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I know. Try watching that and try not to cry.
Yeah.
Out.
I am an adult.
Yeah, but I think we all kind of collectively cried at that. That was a very cathartic. That was a very cathartic movie.
It was.
Say.
Knew when to stop.
Yeah. Just you nailed the landing.
Yes. What is your favorite Toy Story movie? Let us know in the comments.
Please do. Gabe, you've got a friend in me.
You got a friend in me. I don't want to keep doing... I'm going to do the Will Sasso impression of Bandy Newman. I don't want to be doing the Will Sasso. It is funny, though.
He does it better than Will Sasso, but...
You got a friend in me. Red-headed lady reaching for an apple. She gonna... Oh, I'm going to keep doing it.
This is the place for Star Wars. Anyway, we'll see you next time.
Take care.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.